We hunters have a lot of reasons for why we do what we do. The thrill, the peace, the challenge, the satisfaction of feeding our families with organic, God given game. For some, it's about the trophy. For others, it's just about being out there in the wild connected to something real. We learn things out there in the bush: patience, grit, focus. We sit through rain, snow, heat, and bitter cold temperatures just for the chance to experience that moment, that quiet, that stillness, that shot. And honestly, those are skills that help us in a lot of other parts of life too. But some years back, I read the story that has now made me stop and think. It was about a few fishermen who were called to leave their profession, to walk away from their nets and become something else: fishers of men. And it has now hit me. What if all these years spent hunting, all the discipline and awareness we've learned out there in the wild, wasn't just for sport or survival? What if it was preparing us for a different kind of hunt? What if there's a greater hunt we've overlooked? I'm talking about hunting for souls, for lost people, for kids and adults wandering throughout this life without direction, without truth, and without hope. Last year, I saw something in the city that was absolutely disgusting. A group of young boys and girls, barely 12, caught up in provocative behavior that no child should ever be a part of. I was stunned and sick to my stomach. And it isn't just the scene, it's the sad realization that they are lost with no shepherd to guide them. But the more I've thought about it, the more I realize that hunting souls isn't all that different from what we already know how to do. It takes the same patience, the same perseverance, the same quiet waiting and keen awareness, the same timing, knowing how to move, when to speak, and when to hold back. But instead of watching for antlers or a beard dragging the ground, we're watching for pain, for fear, for someone who's barely holding on. But we're not just looking for pain. We're also looking for hunger, for questions in their eyes, for the man who is quietly wondering if there's more to life than this, for the girl who's tired of the fake and is searching for something real. That's the hunt, and those are the signs. Do you get it? We don't aim to take life. We aim to rescue it. That's the higher calling. That's the priority mission we've all been given. So I have to ask, shouldn't we as Christians have more love for hunting souls than for putting idols on our walls? Which hunt dominates your mind? Where's your heart? We know every trophy here will perish, but a soul saved will live forever. If every one of us hunters reached souls in just our own little spheres, how quickly would we wrap this work up here and go home? Listen to what James 5 has to say here. Let him know that he who turns a sinner from the error of his way will save a soul from death and cover a multitude of sins.